Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show. This podcast is short, fun, and jam-packed with good ideas that you can start using right away.
Welcome to another episode. I'm your co-host, Ellen, along with my co-host,
Lee Silber.
Wow.
It's a habit. I just say my name.
Yeah, well, normally you don't even say your name.
I know that's
So it's not really a habit.
good point.
Usually you come up with something clever that was very low on the clever meter. Sorry.
Well, that's because your topic and the topic of this episode is about habits, and sometimes people think of habits as a bad thing. Oh, that's a
Right.
You have a bad habit, or you've gotten in the habit of doing that.
Yeah.
And in a way, there's been several books that have come out that have been bestsellers about the power of habits and how important they are for changing yourself and changing things for the better.
Yeah. Atomic Habits, The Power of Habits, both of them are outstanding books.
I never liked that title, Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits.
Because usually you use atomic for something bad. Oh, that was an atomic burrito. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But, the thing is that what's so great about habits is it allows you to do things without having to rely on motivation. I'm working on doing pull-ups, and it is a habit. I go out and I practice, and I don't have to get motivated. I don't I should go out there and really get at it. No, it's a habit, a very simple one. Also, you should know at this point, it's not like I'm doing full pull-ups yet, but it is, I'm seeing the power of consistency and getting better, and I have the habit. Again, I don't have to rely on motivation, because if I did, that would just not be happening.
Yeah, and the books about habits, what's nice about it is it's small things.
Yes.
You don't need to make huge changes, because those usually don't stick. But
Right.
if you make a minor change and then you just do it for a while, it becomes second nature. And so that's the other part of it, is that you can make these little changes and then they become, part of your regular routine, and you don't even think about it anymore. And then you add another one, and you do that for a while, and you just stack them on top of each other. And,
Exactly.
over time, it makes these are little things that make a big impact if you do them, consecutively. Oh, you start here.
Oh, yeah.
Do this, yeah.
Yeah. And but you were completely right. If you went and said, okay, I'm this is what I'm going to do. And people do this a lot, I think, about with diets. I'm not going to eat carbs, and I'm going to eat this, whatever, this protein stuff, and then I'm going to do this, and that lasts about 4 days because it's too much.
Give or take 3 days.
Give or take 3. But if you did the smaller things, okay, I'm going to eat less carbs, or I'm going to eat less of this, and and it builds up, and you get used to it.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger has a brand new book out, and he's got 7 things that, how he got where he is.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's number 3 or 4. But anyway, it's think big. And I agree. Think big, but start small. You can have the big vision like he did. I want to be a movie star and a bodybuilder and a politician. I mean, he accomplishes an amazing amount of things.
Yeah.
Some not so good, but many of them,
Yeah.
wow. And, he's telling you how he did it. And he, when he said think big, that kind of well, yeah, I agree. Think big, but then find little ways to do it. Like, he didn't all of a sudden, become Arnold Schwarzenegger, the movie star. He was Conan the Barbarian. That's his first role. So you start with that, and then you work your way up to Kindergarten Cop or whatever. I know that wasn't a big arc.
No,
still.
not such a big arc.
But one, at least he wears a shirt.
Well, yeah. But I mean, you just think about his weightlifting. There's just no way you go from I'm going to lift weights and then you're Mr. America. That does not happen overnight. Small.
Yeah. And there's pictures of him. He was in the gym for hours on end every day, but he also had a job. I don't want to get too much into Arnold, but I'm just saying, yeah, think big. but start small and just take a little thing and make it a new habit. And then over time, you'll have all these new habits all put together, make you a much more efficient person, better person, thinner person, and one that can do numerous pull-ups.
Exactly. Thanks for being here. Be sure and be back next week for another episode.